Olá maltinha, daqui com vocês, aqui TAVAREZ, sejam bem-vindos para mais um episódio de Starfield. E vamos seguir para Londinian. Portanto, já temos aqui as armas tudo XPTO. Vamos seguir aqui para Londinian. Não sei se temos acesso direto, mas vamos ver. Mostrar no mapa. Dobrar. Let's go. Já sabe, deixa aquele likecito, compartilha o vídeo, clique no sininho para ativar notificações. Vídeos novos.
Well, I'm okay, but I'd be a lot better if...
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book of boots.
You can always talk well, Dad. So, what do you think?
Jump complete. Propulsion restored.
Attention vessel, you have entered restricted space. Please respond.
Ok.
This world is off limits. You are advised to jump to safe harbor immediately.
Tem autorização para estar aqui. Vou me encontrar com o comandante Atum.
Let me check my logs. Alright, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
Obrigado. Nós não íamos para Londonian? A malta. Não era Londonian que a gente tinha. The fuck? Eu acho que era.
Captain, glad you secured this.
Estranho. Bem, bora. Vamos só ver. Pois.
This is London. I've heard the stories,
Ah,
but I've
Londinian.
never seen it with my own eyes.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time! You with the Xeno unit? You're heading to command. Far end of the compound.
Bora lá. Comandante Atum.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team, then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser.
Comandante aqui TAVAREZ, vanguarda da UC. Vocês estão me esperando.
Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputation will precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way.
Ok.
It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sanon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming.
Ok, faz
Do we
sentido.
understand each other?
Entendido, senhora. Não esperar reforços. Pode-nos contar o que vamos enfrentar lá fora?
Terramorphs, and plenty of them. Outside our little sanctuary here, much of the planet is theirs. For that reason, we keep our trips into the city to a minimum. That also means our intel becomes largely historical once you go much beyond the defenses. It's also why I want to make sure I'm being crystal clear. Out there, you're on your own.
Entendido, senhora. Não esperar reforços.
Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Azelis plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else.
Ok.
I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Ok. Concordo com o Percival. Vamos acabar rápido com isso.
No argument here. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Ok. Para o arsenal, malta. Acha... Ah.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
Can't chat right now.
O problema é que eu já tenho o peso a mais. Estão a perceber, malta? Esta arma está quieta, eu tenho munição para isto. Onde é que a gente está? Ah, eu vou com isto, né? Para me proteger da cena. Depois eu troco. Os kits médicos eles não estão a dar. Estou feito. Ok. Não dá para dormir aqui? Dá para a gente subir.
Advice while you're out there. Don't trust what the voices tell you.
Não há mais. Ah, esta pelo menos tem 16. Agora esta aqui não tem. Não tem munição. Portanto, vamos trocar. Vamos trocar aqui. Onde é que está? Vou retirar. Malta, eu não vou usar a cena. Garantidamente não vou. Ok. Agora o meu problema é.
Don't go into the city much. Never for long. Too risky.
Ah, boa. Ainda tinha aqui. Eu nem vi. Não.
Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn.
Daí, pá. Pensando bem. Onde é que ela está? Tá, malta. Vamos lá ver. Vamos nos já preparar. Ah. Leva com esta.
Transfer complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should
Temos muito peso. Nem reparei. 88. Ok. Para, anda cá.
You've got something for me?
Vamos trocar
Bring me
equipamentos.
anything useful?
Sim. Eu quero que leves todos os meus recursos. Está-se bem.
Goodbye.
Bora.
All set on your gear? You ready to do this?
Tudo pronto.
Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Problemas técnicos.
You're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Quem viu isto, man? Deixe no comentário. Eu vi.
You may open the gate when ready.
Bora lá.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Attention. Possible threat in area. Engaging.
Shit. These things. They're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the more controllers. You picked the wrong day to piss me off.
Da mãe, dude. Vou cá acima primeiro. Espera aí. Vou melhorar aqui a cena do armamento, malta. Vamos não. Não dá. Armas pesadas. Opa, isto é uma arma pesada que eu tenho. Deve ser.
You to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Processamento calibrado, não quero. Mas já está aqui. Vamos tentar, malta. Vamos começar lá. 1, 2, 3, preciso de 4. Será que este dá? Não, nem pensar. Não dá. Não dá. Este aqui não dá. Estamos a fazer aquele dentro. Também não. Olha, vamos tentar assim.
Easy money.
Calibrado, pacificador. Estava à espera de outra coisa, mas... Onde é que a gente vai agora? É por aqui. Pronto, ok. O que a gente gastou recuperou.
Morphs! Open fire!
Bora, 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 bora. Sobe, man. Vai. Material genético, acho que convém apanhar, né? Para desentregar também. Vamos este aqui abaixo. Entretanto fiquei quase sem munição nesta brincadeira aqui. Tá só lá em cima. Let's go. Ai, ai, ai.
All Asilis samples collected.
Olha aqui.
Goes over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secured.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, what is important?
Fica lá. Vir aqui.
And the quick route there looks like it got...
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Ok.
You see any better option?
Jesus,
From where I'm
malta.
standing.
We've got our answer.
Ok, bora lá então.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Bora. Sim, mano, estou a curtir esta missão, malta. Esperem só um bocadinho. Já está, vamos lá ver o que é que diz assim. Eu vi. Continua, malta. A ver o que é que diz eu vi. Vai, bora.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. A real marvel. leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
Elas fugiram de alguma coisa. Não quero.
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only. What's happening?
Oh shit.
Oh my God, the heat leeches are terramorphs.
What? No, it can't be true. Heat leeches are everywhere. They live everywhere. That means terramorphs. Oh my God.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat
São aqueles
leech
bichos.
became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets.
O que isso significa para os nossos planos de eliminar os terrormorfos?
That I don't have an answer for right now.
Ok.
But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and terramorphs. The Aciles we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both.
Acabamos de presenciar, não pode ser assim. Todos os terrormorfos nascem, pode?
No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things.
Okay.
What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible.
Parece uma descoberta bem importante.
Pretty
Malsuga a
major
gente
is
já viu.
right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis.
Ok.
Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up?
Considerando o que acabamos de ver, é bem plausível.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Posso só ver se havia aqui alguma coisa, malta. Ah, bora lá então. Jesus. Não estava à espera. É que eu tinha medo daquelas criaturas. Não sei se vocês repararam.
Initiating target.
Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
Esse alguém pensou que podia atacar a UC e sair ileso. Acho que isso significa que a planta Lázaro foi usada para desencadear o ataque em Nova Atlântida.
Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks.
Agora a questão é quem?
A bioweapon no one would recognize as one. Oh, that's a terrifying prospect.
Sort of thing that'll keep you up at night. And the sort of thing whoever did this probably didn't expect us to uncover. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs.
É verdade.
These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
Mas você não disse que essa planta não cresce em nenhum outro lugar senão aqui?
It can't. At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we're right about this, someone found a way.
A hora que esse foi muito suspeita.
They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Eu tenho umas ideias, mas não é nada responsável sair lançando acusações por aí. A comandante Alton ou um dos soldados dela são as pessoas com a maior probabilidade de saber disso. Talvez algum grupo independente. Não tenho a mínima ideia. Pá, não tenho a mínima ideia.
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Ok.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport.
The entrance is this way.
Malta, não ia estar a acusar ninguém, eu não faço ideia.
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
Bora lá então. Basta ficar com frio, dude.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And do that. Ah, Captain. I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic.
Essa gravação.
Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Ok.
Admiral Senna, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
He just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew about the Lazarus plant.
Ok.
Grab that recording. We should talk. Evictus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
Nunca aprendi esse truque de ler mentes, como você sabe usar isso tão bem. Há vários motivos para ele ter ordenado o bombardeio, o surto de terra-mortos, por exemplo.
You heard that recording. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was
Um comandante numa situação difícil. Alguém que achava que salvaria vidas guardando o segredo.
Oh, you make it sound like a miscalculation when in reality it was an unmitigated disaster. And look where we are now. Oh, some secret.
a calculated loss. These soldiers for the rest of the galaxy. That sounds exactly like what my father would do. But it can't justify slaughter.
Não disse que era a favor.
I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret to his grave. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
Puta, é melhor irmos embora, temos trabalho a fazer.
Right.
Não vou
Systems
contar,
are counting
malta.
on us.
Não vou contar.
Kaiser, try it now.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
Sounds good. Eyes peeled.
Let's go. Eu acionei aquilo e nem sabia que aquilo coisa, mas pronto. Para lá, maltinha. Certo.
Get the sample from Parte. Oh, well then, let's get the plot.
What is that?
Bora, 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 bora. Olha o interruptor que eu usei. Bora, 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 bora.
They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up.
GG.
Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
O que a gente volta por aqui. É mais fácil assim, senão ainda morro de frio. Acho que é mais fácil assim. Espera aí. Status. Vou usar as coisas que não é para usar. Não tem nada. Ok. Tem. Ah, tem. Pronto, feitinho.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld.
Literalmente.
Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Eu vi. Quase me custou uns sem dúvida, guardou todas as amostras.
Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
Na verdade a gente não pode escutar ele. Ih, eu matei agora, o que é que eu vou fazer? O que é que eu vou fazer agora? Um monte de suspeitos, sem dúvida.
That's putting it lightly.
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized what ends it could be put towards. Captain,
We need to get these samples back to the lab and verify we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs.
Ok.
But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information on who might have committed the attacks?
If it were me, I'd start at the scene of the crime. New Atlantis.
Claro, vou investigar.
Thank you, Captain. Once you finish your investigation, we'll meet you outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself. No telling who might be involved.
Visiting Londinium has left me with a longing for Mira.
Ai, malta. Eu espero que isto não fuja do meu controle, não é? Mas pá, obviamente faria primeiro pá, tive ordens superiores para não falar que ele estava vivo, não é? Portanto, eu primeiro tenho que falar, não é? Para saber, pá, eu não ia contar uma cena assim. Deixa eu ver como é que é. Espero que não sobres para o meu lado, by the way. É que já houve várias oportunidades para eu contar. Já tive várias oportunidades para contar. O jogo próprio me deu essas oportunidades, eu não contei. Portanto, vamos ver mal. Não é questão tipo de não confiar nos personagens, é mesmo a questão de, ok, a mim tinha um pedido para não dizer nada, ok? Do momento em que eu me propus para não dizer nada, tive acesso a mais detalhe nestas missões, percebem? Portanto, agora vamos falar com ele e perceber a razão disto tudo. Tentar perceber.
What can I help you with?
Ao menos já sei que é aqui. O jogo já não me trola tanto.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Agora que vamos ver.
When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinium of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
Bora lá. Assim encontramos muito mais. Não se faça de idiota. Quem sabe você está por trás dos ataques em Nova Atlântida e tal senti.
Now what in the heavens would make you claim something as ludicrous as that?
Compramos uma gravação, uma arma invisível. Você estava falando dos terramorfos.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions.
Ok, então vá.
After all, given the cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
Não. Posso ouvir na sua voz, François. Medo. Você tem medo porque sabe que foi desmascarado.
You want to hear the words then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau City. New Atlantis. My doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinium. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
É óbvio, você estava com raiva do que o C fez com você. Isso é ser de vingança, só isso.
Oh, my revenge was far from petty, Captain. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Por favor, nenhum segredo é tão perigoso que justifique condenar tantas vidas. Você não confiava nem nas pessoas da UC?
These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death, it was the only option that made sense at the time.
Essa informação deveria ter sido reportada, protegida para evitar que a usassem.
It's easy to judge now. In that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
Então você assassinou cidadãos da UC por causa de uma ofensa à sua honra? Você é doente. Então eu sou só a equipa de limpeza. Vou dizer esta é muito inteligente. E por que raios você liga se o C te quer como conselheiro ou não? Como você pode coordenar tudo aqui dentro?
It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient. Dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom you were actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective.
Então você vamos meter este.
There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to obscurity, running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard, with only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
Eles não me homenagearam por limpar as suas merdas. Ele está esperando eu agradecer, vai ficar esperando para sempre.
You're being honored only because I arranged the situations where it could happen. Be grateful. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orleza's role in the attacks to the cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlez and Orlez alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
Espero que tenha gostado desta conversa, porque assim que eu contar isso ao gabinete, provavelmente vai ter sido a sua última. Sabe, eu não tenho certeza do que vou dizer ao gabinete. Tudo bem, vou garantir. Acha que eu vou simplesmente esquecer o fato de que você matou pessoas para realizar suas boas ações?
And how many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war or digging a tram tunnel. So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. That seems like a fair exchange to me. I only hope you'll see the same and leave my name out of the discussions to come.
Não, desculpa.
That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Though we needn't be enemies, you and I. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the horizon. If you do the right thing.
Vou falar com eles os dois. Não, man, a cena correta é falar tudo. Consigo falar com a Sarah também. Para mim chega, man.
I'm listening. Sounds good. Lead on.
É malta. É que eles não...
Perfect timing. We just got in.
Nice.
So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Aceles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
Vai dar porcaria, mas vamos ser sinceros, malta. Bora.
That seems unlikely, considering he's been dust for about 20 years.
I'm sure the captain just misspoke. Right?
Não. Ele está vivo. Você estava com ele preso esse tempo todo. Seu pai orquestrou os ataques da própria cela.
No, that's impossible. He's gone. My father is dead.
Olha, desculpa por não ter contado antes, mas é verdade.
That's quite the revelation.
Para está...
Certainly putting it mildly.
Alive. Faye Victus is alive? How did you find him?
Na verdade ele me contactou. Foi por causa dele que achámos o quiser.
Wait. You knew he was alive and didn't tell us?
Eu não podia. Jurei manter segredo. Mas isso me pareceu importante demais.
You were sworn to... You swore. You were just doing your duty, weren't you? Yeah, I guess I, of all people, should know what a burden that can be. Doesn't mean I'm not mad. But I guess you letting us know late is preferable to never. Now at least we can inform the cabinet and let them deal with him.
Ele pediu para não mencionarmos seu envolvimento nos ataques. Diz para considerar as vidas que ele ajudou a salvar. Não, Van Viet não pode safar dessa. Acho que o gabinete vai fazer com ele.
I honestly don't know. If it were me, I'd make damn sure he never spoke to another human being again. But I may be a bit less than impartial. But for the wanton murder of civilians, I doubt anything's off the table.
Vamos optar pela primeira, malta.
Exactly. The people he harmed deserve justice. But now I guess we've got our answer. Nothing left to do but put it all in front of the cabinet.
Let's go.
Any last things we needed to discuss? This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terramorphs.
Ok. Você acha que o gabinete vai fazer quando souber? Envolvendo os ataques.
It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything else he's done, is unforgivable. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. They might be willing to spare him.
Que tipo de riscos existem caso a gente decida recuperar os Aceles?
Aceles aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly.
Ok.
But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal.
Ok.
Using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Aceles, we're at least dealing with known risks.
Então ambas as abordagens de limpeza dos nossos mundos são eficientes quanto às termossugas.
They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Aceles seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti.
Que método de lidar com terrormorfos vocês estão cogitando?
Microbe is going to make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0.
É verdade.
So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in.
Okay.
See if they have a preference.
Então vá, vamos entrar.
And here we go.
Yeah? Ask whatever you'd like.
Ok,
Okay.
não há nada.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Correto, senhora. Foi ataque deliberado.
My God. An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays?
Esse relatório não conta toda a verdade. Orlays ajudou, mas Van Witt organizou os ataques.
It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sanon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
Produzir trash do gravador de emergência.
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this, and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened.
Ok.
Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vevictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Ótimo. O mundo será melhor sem Van Witt. Senhor, eu peço que a vida dele seja poupada. Afinal, ele nos ajudou contra os terramorfos. Posso garantir que ele não tenha mais contactos com o exterior. Van Witt usou funcionários da UC para enviar suas mensagens.
That's truly disconcerting to hear. But cutting off Vevictus's contact with the outside world is likely to be just the beginning of his punishment.
O que vai acontecer com ele?
That will be up to the cabinet to decide. But I don't appreciate our mercy being taken advantage of.
O gabinete disser será a direção correta.
It's well past due. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
Ok.
A sound decision, Madam President.
O planta não é suficiente. Ela deve ser extinta.
We're already discussing the elimination of one species, Captain. Explain to me why you wish to eliminate another.
Difícil alguém cometer novos ataques com a planta se apagarmos qualquer vestígio dela.
That's only a partial solution. The UC should involve the Freestar Collective in the operation in an attempt to remain as transparent as possible.
And once Vevictus has been dealt with, this problem can end here.
And allow us to focus on the grander task to come. Very well. We'll clean up the plant. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, To our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution.
Ok.
The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Empregar os Aseles é a opção mais segura. Esse é o meu voto. Terramorphs já causaram dano bastante. Eles devem ser eliminados rapidamente com o micróbio. Vamos fazer alguma coisa. Destruir a plantação não é o suficiente. Ainda tenho dúvidas sobre os métodos.
Please, ask.
As outras fações desempenham algum papel no extermínio? Espera aí. Quem exatamente vai fazer todo o trabalho? Implementar um método escolhido aqui.
The responsibilities will be spread across multiple branches of the UC.
Ok.
Research and day-to-day administration will be handled by a new group under the Science Division. All diplomatic concerns and coordination will fall to Chief Yassine and Interstellar Affairs. But most of the actual on-the-ground work, that'll be handled by the Vanguard.
As outras facções desempenharão algum papel no extermínio?
This won't work without them.
Exactly right, ma'am. The Interstellar Affairs Office has already begun reaching out to worlds throughout the settled systems, informing them of the risks we're all facing, and that the UC has a plan to prevent what happened on New Atlantis from happening elsewhere. Thus far, the response has been overwhelmingly positive. The spirit of mutual cooperation displayed between the UC and the Freestar Collective in managing the Terramorph data set a good tone for the work we're doing, Captain. We expect we'll hit some resistance, but our office has plenty of carrots and sticks to ensure the program's widespread success.
Quais são as chances reais desse micróbio causar problemas para os humanos e outras espécies? Isto sim interessa-me.
Infinitesimally low.
But not zero.
É isso.
The chance of a starship landing on you as you sit here isn't zero, yet you still attended. Personally, my fear isn't mutation, but Terramorphs developing a resistance. But that's something our group can continue to address if we decide to take this approach, as I believe we should.
E os preguiçosos os Aseles de volta?
I can feel this one. While intimidating creatures, certainly, Aseles are docile and less provoked. They're honestly closer to oversized mobile scanners than deadly predators.
Okay.
The concern is that, while all proposed methods will be long-term efforts, the Aseles are the slowest. Slow to breed, slow to deploy. We do everything we could to accelerate that process, including mustering some of our mothballed cloning technologies. But if we do elect to use this method, we'll be doing things at the pace of a megafauna, which is not an expedient one.
Então, oh malta, vamos optar pelo micróbio. Vamos arriscar, não tenho mais perguntas.
Very well. Then did you have a preference on the method we should deploy?
Causar dano bastante, eles devem ser eliminados rapidamente com o micróbio.
Glad to see someone's not afraid of a little applied genetics. The Science Division is in full agreement.
I doubt there's another body in the galaxy that could pull it off.
Absolutely correct. There are no better hands in the galaxy for this project than ours.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today, marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
Jesus.
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah,
Amado,
Thank you, ma'am.
Agradeço, senhora presidente.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
And as a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you, Captain, will have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
GG.
I've heard you've been making the settled systems safer. It's not much, but take this.
Obrigado. Malta, sei que o episódio está um bocadinho comprido, né? Mas vamos só falar com o Tuala. Isto é que é de com estilo. GG, man. Entretanto, esperem aí. Antes, opá, que eu depois vou me esquecer, malta. E eu curti muito. Pronto. Curti. Entretanto, peraí. Não, peraí, eu quero falar. É isto que eu quero. Vamos falar com o Tuala. Malta, eu acho que foi bom não falarmos logo, ok? Para saber como é que as coisas desenrolavam. E depois, tipo, acho bom ter contado a verdade. Acho que foi a melhor coisa. Portanto, estou muito satisfeito com o desenrolar da missão. Agora, a cena do micróbio, vamos ver. Mas também ela deu-me um exemplo, tipo... É cá em cima. Portanto, vamos só falar com o Tuala. Malta, quem ainda está aí, man, agradeço muito pelo apoio que dão à série, pelo apoio que dão ao canal, ok? Basta uma pessoa assistir que eu já fico extremamente contente. Muito obrigado mesmo.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
Obrigado. Agradeço, comandante. É uma honra. Pode-me dizer o que significa assim, depois já agora?
It's a high honor. Have to do something big for the colonies to earn that sort of designation.
Ok.
Only ever met a couple myself, and certainly never given one orders. You should be real proud.
Ok, agradeço, comandante. É uma honra.
No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount.
Oh.
And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Isso é muito generoso.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Gostaria de fazer uma nova missão da vanguarda, eu só fiz aquela. Na verdade gostaria de... cumprir o meu dever, comandante. Acho que vou tirar uma folga desses alienígenas.
Of course. You've earned some R&R. Once you're rested up and ready to head out there again, you come see me.
Ok. Maltinha, e para não ficar demasiado comprido o episódio, vamos ficar por aqui. Pá, muito obrigado aí a quem esteve a assistir. Já me caiu ali a cena outra vez. Eu prometo que vou ajeitar isto como deve ser. Malta, fiquem bem, até à próxima. Daqui com vocês, aqui TAVAREZ. Fui!